Welcome to the final day of the Enrollment Survey Blitz Week. Today's closer look will focus on the provided guidance documents that support effective implementation of the enrollment survey in all South Carolina school districts. The Diversity, Inclusion, and Access Enrollment Survey guidelines include a description and guidance of the enrollment survey for each of the DIA federal programs, information regarding amendments and exceptions, a PowerSchool crosswalk, and a glossary. Now let's dig in. What three federal programs are included in the enrollment survey? That's right. The three federal programs include Title I, Part C, Education of Migratory Children and Youth, McKinney-Vento, or Students Experiencing Homelessness, and Title III, Part A, Multilingual Learner Program, and Immigrant Children and Youth. Do you know how to incorporate the enrollment survey effectively for each of those programs? Be sure to read the Diversity, Inclusion, and Access, or DIA, enrollment survey guidelines to learn more about the details for each program.
What are the three types of amendments and exceptions? The three types of amendments and exceptions include an enrollment survey amendment, a home language survey exception, and a home language survey amendment. The enrollment survey amendment is the official form to document necessary changes of different information, including student information, translation and interpretation services, the education of migratory children and youth, McKinney-Vento, and prior education. Does the enrollment survey amendment form need SCDE approval? No, this is simply a way for districts to officially document a change on these specific sections and maintain proper records. The Enrollment Survey's Home Language Survey exception is the official form to document potential exceptions. Exceptions include situations where a question was left blank, or there were potentially no responses, missing dates, or signatures, or when the district received the original home language survey after administering a new home language survey. We know that there may be additional clerical errors that need to be corrected. Does the home language survey exceptions need SCDE Title III Program Office approval? No, this is simply a way for districts to officially document those clerical exceptions on the home language survey section and maintain proper records. The Home Language Survey Amendment is the official form to document home language survey amendments. It should look familiar to the current Home Language Survey Amendment form. Use the Home Language Survey Amendment form when true errors or mistakes were entered or written on one or more of the three language questions on the Home Language Survey portion of the enrollment survey. Does the Home Language Survey Amendment need SCDE Title III Program Office approval? Yes, the Home Language Survey Amendment must be submitted to the Title III Multilingual Learner Program team for review. Keep in mind that submission does not guarantee approval. This form is not meant to simply remove students from the Multilingual Learner Program and should only be used if true errors were made on one or more of the language questions on the Home Language Survey section of the Enrollment Survey. Let's review the amendment and exception responsibilities. The Enrollment Survey Amendment and the Home Language Survey exception is completed at the district level and kept for your documentation. The Home Language Survey Amendment form, however, must be submitted to the South Carolina Department of Education's Title III Program Office for approval.
The guidelines also include a PowerSchool crosswalk. Accurate data entry is essential for each program to ensure effective programming and services for students. First, the translation and interpretation portion of the enrollment survey asks the family what oral and written communication language they prefer. In PowerSchool, those fields are listed on the SC Student Information page as oral communication language and written communication language. Even though those two questions are asked on an annual basis, these fields do not clear out. They can be updated on an annual basis or as needed. Title I, Part C, Education of Migratory Children and Youth questions from the Enrollment Survey are found on the SC Student Information page in PowerSchool. Question 1 of the Migratory Children and Youth section of the Enrollment Survey states, in the last 3 years, has anyone in your family moved from another school district, state, city, or country? This question matches the field labeled qualifying family move in PowerSchool. Question number 2 of the Migratory Children and Youth section of the enrollment survey states, in the past 6 years, has anyone in your family worked in any of the following occupations? This question matches the field labeled qualifying occupation in PowerSchool. The McKinney-Vento portion of the enrollment survey can also be found on the SC Student Information page in PowerSchool. The one and only question for the McKinney-Vento section states, what best describes where you live now? This question matches the field labeled Housing Status in PowerSchool. Title III Part A Home Language Survey questions remain in the same location on the SC Student Information page as before. The 3 fields are listed to match the home language survey questions embedded within the enrollment survey, respectively. Question 1 states, what is the language that the student first acquired, and matches the PowerSchool field language first acquired. Question 2 states, what language is spoken most often by the student, and matches the language spoken most often field in PowerSchool. Finally, question 3 states, what is the primary language used in the home, regardless of the language spoken by the student? This matches the PowerSchool field labeled Primary Home Language in PowerSchool. Although there are 3 prior education questions on the enrollment survey, only 2 of them are potentially filled in on the SC Student Information page in PowerSchool. The first question asks, has the student received English language development support in a previous school? This question does not get entered into PowerSchool. The second question asks, in what country was the student born? This information is entered in the birth country field in PowerSchool. And finally, if question number 2 is anything other than the United States, District of Columbia, or the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, then the family will answer the final question. When did the student first attend a school in the United States? Then, the U.S. school entry date in PowerSchool can be completed. Otherwise, that field is left blank.
For your convenience, a glossary is included as Appendix A within the guidance document. Please reference the glossary for essential terminology relating to the enrollment survey.
The enrollment survey flowchart is a visual representation of the accurate administration of the enrollment survey. Use this to assist with enrollment survey administration processes when students enroll or register in your district. Will the Diversity, Inclusion, and Access team offer future professional learning opportunities regarding the enrollment survey? Of course. The DIA team is elated about the release of the enrollment survey and will be presenting at future Title III Sip and Chats, McKinney-Vento Cafes, the South Carolina Multilingual Learner Program Conference in July, ESSA Academy in March, and we are always available for individualized training at district request.
For questions or support, please reach out to district-level personnel as you begin implementation. The DIA team is always available for assistance, but your district personnel will be more equipped to answer district-specific questions.
The Diversity, Inclusion, and Access team thanks you for joining us during the Enrollment Survey Blitz Week. Please feel free to reach out to any of us for questions. We look forward to seeing the great things that come for our students with enhanced identification processes through the enrollment survey.